Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to all. We chose this morning to have an ENGITEX' opening ceremony to mark our start on the ENGITEX' program, officially brought to you by Kuliah of Engineering and Engineers, which made it possible with many of our partners. A little housekeeping: please make sure that you have muted yourself and make yourself comfortable before we begin our event.
Ni buku apa ni?
However, it would be great if everyone could turn on your camera so that I can see your beautiful and handsome faces this morning. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. I am Nadia binti Muhammad Karibi, your MC for today. We are delighted to welcome all of you from Zoom and YouTube Live who are full of energy and determination to be with us on the starting day of ENGITEX. To begin the ceremony with the blessings of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, let me invite Brother Saifuddin Nur Akmal bin Sohaimi to recite the dua.
Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ولا تجعل اللهم فينا ولا معنا ولا من يتبعنا شقيا ولا مطرودا ولا محروما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. Ya Allah, Ya Aziz, Ya Karim, Allahumma Ya Allah, On this blessed morning, Ya Allah, in conjunction with Career for Engineering, we seek the blessing for a flawless progress of this event from the beginning till the end, Ya Allah. We seek your guidance to steer clear of the event that will distract the progress of the event, Ya Allah. ربنا اغفر لنا ذنوبنا ولوالدينا وارحمهم كما ربونا صغارا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وبارك وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Brother Saifuddin, for the beautiful dua recitation. To spice up our joyous event this morning, let's watch an opening video of ENGITEX'21, specially prepared by the Media Central team. Enjoy.
This year is the year that will make sure we are better together. Aspire to care. We are here to aspire. The place for us to adhere all the challenges for the futures. Welcome to the Engineering Technology Exhibition 2021. This year is the year that will make sure.
What an amazing video. This grand event wouldn't be complete without welcoming remarks from the Kuliah representative. However, Associate Professor Dr. Hasmah Mansur can't be with us for today. She has already prepared a video beforehand. Without further ado, do enjoy welcoming remarks from Associate Professor Dr. Hasmah Mansur, Deputy Dean, Student Development and Community Engagement.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, the organizer, for giving me the opportunity to give a few remarks for this event, Career for Engineer, CaFE. So I would like to welcome all students to this event, CaFE. And from this event, we will have two sessions, where the first session, it will be a sharing session from the alumni for the career talk. And the second session will be a webinar entitled Women in Engineering. So I hope that students, brothers and sisters, you will be with us from the morning to the afternoon, and inshallah you will be benefited with the program. I also would like to express my greatest thanks to the sponsors, to ENGITEX'21, and the main sponsor is from Malaysia Timber Council. Thank you very much. And we also receive sponsorship from Teraspadu and also from IEEE under the special grant under professional activities grant, Alhamdulillah. And I also would like to say thank you to the students who are with us, and I hope that you will take this opportunity to listen from our alumni, their experience as the student here at Kuliah of Engineering, and also their experience working at the industry. Students, you can ask them so many questions because they have experienced so many things in life. You can ask them how to be successful engineer. You can ask them how to balance your life as the career woman, career man, and at the same time taking care of the family. And you can ask the alumni, the speakers, on what is the expectation, the skills required for you to be employed, to be successful as an engineer one day, inshallah. So today we have so many great speakers, and if I'm not mistaken, in the afternoon session with the session Women in Engineering, we will have speakers from London as well, and also we will have speakers from our alumni who graduated many years ago, and also we have speakers Dr. Wardato Amani, who were involved in NASA research project before, and right now she is an entrepreneur, successful one, yeah. And we have a very much stories to be heard, inshallah, and I hope that you will take the opportunity to learn from our alumni and also from our speakers from the industry, inshallah. So all the best, brothers and sisters. I hope the program will run successful. And lastly, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Hasma, for the amazing and inspiring speech. With the end of the speech, we are close to the end of the opening ceremony, which also indicates that we are also at the starting line of the ENGITEX' event. Before that, let me give you a few brief remarks on the course of our CaFE program today. We will start with MTC Top Engineer Placement and Internship Program 2021 at 10:30 a.m. shortly after this. Then at 11:30 a.m., we will have a grand career talk session in which students split up by their majoring for a sharing session by alumni. Later at 3 p.m., we will continue with Women in Engineering, a forum dedicated to promoting women engineers and inspiring ladies to follow their academic interests to engineering careers. Also, note that a registration and feedback form will be given for each session that has been mentioned. Please don't forget to fill it up. And sure, there are a lot of exciting programs coming ahead. Make sure to follow us, ENGITEX'21, on social media to keep posted. Also, ladies and gentlemen, on 6 November 2021, in conjunction with ENGITEX' 2021, a closing ceremony will be held for celebrating ENGITEX' 21 at 8:30 p.m. on Zoom and YouTube Live. There are many interesting agendas throughout these events, such as singing performances, prize-giving ceremonies, and lucky draws. To get a chance of winning this lucky draw, you need to follow ENGITEX'21 Instagram account. Share your experience joining any ENGITEX'21 sub-programs on your social media account, or promote the ENGITEX'21 closing ceremony and screenshot it as a proof. Upload it in the Google form that will be provided starting from the 1st November until 11:59 p.m. 5th November on ENGITEX'21 Instagram account. Don't forget to share your moments to stand a chance of winning a prize. All in all, thank you to all the students who attended the opening ceremony today. We hope that you get a valuable experience from this ENGITEX event. Students may stay in this meeting room for our next slot. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Shall we start the session?
Yes.
Right.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and a warm welcome to speakers and fellow students to our first slot for today, MTC Talk Engineer Placement and Internship Program 2021. Let me first introduce to our speaker for this slot. His name is Mr. Nasrul Izan bin Shahrin. He joined the MTC on the 1st March 2016. Manage a program that facilitates the timber industry in hiring an engineer to embark on IR 4.0 adoption. Organize and monitor projects, including consultancy study towards enhancing production capacity and capabilities of the timber industry. On 2004 until 2006, he was a technical engineer at Kianjukan factory. He then pursued his career in 2006 until 2016 as a senior engineer at Proton Engine Manufacturing Company. Without further ado, I would like to invite Mr. Nasrul Izan bin Shahrin to deliver his talk for today. The floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Very good morning. First of all, I would like to thank Kuliah of Engineering and also the Secretariat of ENGITEX'21 for having us, MTC, to become one of the partnership in this event. Yeah. So I'll share my screen. Nadia, can you see my screen, my slide?
Yes, I can see.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen. So today I will brief you on our maiden program called the Engineer Placement and Internship Program in the timber industry. This is the first year we are conducting this program. Yeah. And in this today's session, I will brief you. First, I will brief on the background of the MTC and also some snapshot on the timber industry. Next, I will explain to you the roles of the engineer in the manufacturing. And last but not least, I will brief about the program, the Engineer Placement Internship Program. Okay, next we go to first slide. Yeah, I think most of the student will come out in your mind. What is the timber industry in the so-called what is the contribution? What is it about the timber industry? Is it about only doing logging, or nowadays people say about pembalakan haram lah, yeah. So we try to give you in the other perspective on the timber industry in order to change your perspective towards the timber industry, yeah. And also maybe you come up with in your mind, do engineers exist in the timber industry, yeah? Because I think most of you are not heard before engineers in the timber industry. So after this, maybe we will open up your mind, or maybe it's answering your question that yes, there's engineers in the timber industry, and also what are their roles. So I will explain to you based on my experience in the engineering field, what is their roles in the timber industry that engineers can contribute to. Yeah. So before I will proceed to further, I will share you our MTC corporate video. Maybe you can just heads up what is the timber industry about, and also a brief about the MTC.
Timber, the versatile renewable material, continues to be an efficient and sustainable resource in the world. The pristine rainforest of Malaysia, with its wealth of resources, continues to be of great economic importance to the nation. Timber, in particular, has played a significant role in Malaysia's economic growth. Since its inception in 1992, the Malaysian Timber Council has continuously provided the leadership to drive improvement in the timber industry. Our commitment to engage, connect, and grow business in timber industries is making it one of the most resilient in Malaysia. We aspire to create more opportunities for the timber industry that expands the business possibilities to meet the global demand for Malaysian timber products. We will always strive to build an integrated, sustainable, and rewarding long-term growth for the industry. The Malaysian Timber Council has become the catalyst for connecting Malaysian timber industries and counterparts around the world to generate long-term business opportunities. This has generated growth in timber exports over the past decades. The encouraging success of our approach has led us to forge strategic partnerships globally. We have developed strong ties with major stakeholders in venturing into new frontiers to ensure the sustainability of the timber industry, championing and redefining timber use in the ever-changing business landscape. We are constantly making progress, turning challenges into opportunities, building on past achievements to make new progress, and shaping the future. We at the Malaysian Timber Council are committed to paving the way to further success in the global arena.
Okay, that is our corporate video, MTC. By the next year, most probably we are going to have our new corporate video. Yeah, so stay tuned. Okay, these are some background of the MTC. I think as you heard from the corporate video, we are established in 1992 on the initiative of the timber industry. Yeah. We are incorporated as a company limited by guarantee under Companies Act 1965. We are governed by a board of trustees, so any activities or program must be endorsed by our members of the board trustees. We are self-funded through an endowment fund since 1998. So initially, yes, we are relying on the endowment fund, but after that, we continue generating the fund. So for our operational towards the industry, yeah. Start 1998, we are trusted by our Ministry, Financial of Industry and Commodity, to take a lead in trade promotion and marketing of Malaysian timber products. So I think in the video, you can see on our presence in the exhibition and expo, to giving the promotion and also giving a showcase towards our timber products globally here. And start 2012, we are mandated to promote a wooden furniture globally. Okay, so this is our vision and mission. Our vision to be the lead organization that develops the Malaysian timber industry into a world leader in the manufacture and trade of timber products, whereby for our mission to ensure the sustainability of the Malaysian timber industry by improving competitiveness, enhancing market access, and creating trade opportunities. So these are our long-term and short-term vision and mission. Okay, next slide. These are the 4 key thrusts that driven us in order to achieve the vision and mission. First key thrust on the market intelligence, more on the building the business intelligence. In this key thrust, most focusing on the analysis and also the strategic planning for MTC and also for the industry. Second key thrust on the market development. This one more in the initiating the high impact projects, which consists of the business to business engagement and also the entrepreneurship nurturing. Third, the key thrust on the stakeholder engagement. The aim is to change the perception about the timber industry, as I mentioned. This is one of the main objective why MTC been established in 1992. At that time, we are struggling to counter the the perception from the European or from the Western that that time they are doing the boycott on the timber tropical timber products. Yeah, so what that so-called the cooperation or also the work that currently also we still continue the initiative. That's why we need to tackle the global issue management in order to change the perception about our timber industry. Yeah, and last but not least, about the fourth key thrust, industry development and empowerment. We are more emphasized on the facilitating on the business transformation. In this key thrust, we focusing on the empowerment of the human capital, and also we are encouraging the adoption of the Industry Revolution 4.0 in the timber industry operation. Yeah. So this program, the engineer placement and industry program, or in the shortcut, this short term is the EPIP, is part under this key thrust. Yeah. Okay, this is our regional office. So maybe you can't see because of the. Okay, this is our MTC regional offices around the globe. We have MTC. We have office in Americas, located in Houston. We also have office in Europe, in the Netherlands, Rotterdam. We also have office in Dubai, Bangalore, India, and also in Guangzhou, China. Soon we are going to have office, regional office in Jeddah, which this office will share together with other commodities like palm oil and also the rubber. Yeah. So what is the function of these regional offices? The function is more on the promoting and developing the business opportunities for the Malaysian-made wood of timber products. Yeah, and they are covering those the particular region around the area. Yeah. So for the MTC HQ in Kuala Lumpur, we consider doing the promotion and business development for the Oceania region as well. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, these are the snapshot or overview of the Malaysian timber industry. So as you know, apart we getting the resources or raw material from the natural forest, we also alternatively we are getting the raw material from the plantation forest. So as you can see, the total area of the forest plantation about 126,000 hectares. For the numbers of mills or factory, we have about 1,900 factories, including Sabah and Sarawak. For the total manpower, we have about 165,000. Yeah, which consists of 40% from local manpower. For total export value for last year, 2020, the timber industry managed to export about 22 billion ringgit, just slightly decreased compared to 2019. Yeah, even though there's the pandemic has happened during the period, but still the timber industry still sustained and not much impact due to the not much impacted due to the pandemic. Yeah, and for the export ratio between the value added products versus the primary products, the timber industries for the value added products 66% versus the 34% for the primary products. So I think its ultimate goal for MTCs and for others agencies that we need to focus on the value added products, which this value added product will generate our local resources in terms of the manpower as well as the raw material. Later, I will explain to you the example of the value added products and also the primary products. Okay, I think not many know about our timber products are globally recognized, especially for the plywood. We are number 4 in terms of the exporter compared to globally. Yeah, for the moldings product, we are number 9 exporter. For wooden frame, we are number 6. Sawn timber, we are number 13. And for wooden furniture, we are number 6. Even though we are number 6, but we are still behind our neighbor, which is Vietnam, which they are more extensively producing the wooden furniture, and exporting their products. Yeah, and just to for the sawn timber, we are expecting the reducing trend of the export, because sawn timber is one of the prime products that we are not more focusing to increase, because we, for the value added products, we try to increase the export compared to the sawn timber, because sawn timber is been defined as a primary products. Yeah. Okay, these are the so-called the general process involved in the timber products manufacturing. I think it's not much different with other sectors or other goods manufacturing. Okay, just to explain to you, for the input, we have the logs, a sawn timber, a wood chip, a panel. Normally for the logs and sawn timber, they are using to make furniture, wooden door, a wooden floor, or a panel. And for the wood chip and dust, they're used to producing the panel products such as the plywood, the particle board, or medium density fiber board, or MDF. Yeah, and also we are not surprised for the primary products, including the panel, plywood, or MDF, or particle boards, also can become as a furniture. Yeah, I think nowadays it's become a trend on the panel furniture. Yeah, I think nowadays there are a lot of the ready to assemble. I mean, can do it. You can assemble the furniture by yourself, including your table, yeah, and also the chair, yeah, and also the cabinet nowadays. Yeah. So just a quick explanation brief on the process of transformation involved in the timber manufacturing. The beauty of the timber manufacturing process, they have the initial process called the preservative treatment, that consists of the drying and also the chemical treatment. Yeah. So these two process are useful to in order to prevent from termites and also to prevent from any defects for long term, like fungi or any stain mark, something like that. And also this preservative treatment also important to make the raw material long last. Yeah? And next, I think it's common for the other products like debugging, machining, and finishing. And also for the panel products, the particle board, the plywood, MDF. Normally, if you have a chance going to this panel products factory, you can see the continuous automated line continuously, because their volume is very high, and also they need to supply domestically and also for the for export. Yeah. And if you can see the output, I think some of the products you have seen in the previous slide, including the furniture and also the moldings. Yeah. Okay, that is the rough of the process, the timber products. Okay, these are types of engineers in manufacturing, because I'm more focused on the roles of engineers in the manufacturing. So if you can see here, there are a lot of type of engineers you can see. I think it's more relating to what we have been studied now. Yeah, like some of you are studied in mechanical engineer, industrial engineer, electrical or electronics engineer, mechatronics engineer, automation or robotics engineer. Yeah. But why I want to emphasize here, if you see in an advertisement in like the job street or maybe from the newspaper, it's very seldom or very rare you can see those position being posted in the advertisement, because most of the companies, they are looking for the variety. It's not the focusing on the what you are studying. Yeah, so that's I would like to advise that, even though, because you already know, let's say for the mechanical engineer, you have learned about the designing, developing the products, building or test mechanical device, tools in this machine. But in the real working environment, I would say maybe just maybe 40-50% that you can reuse back, or maybe you can apply in your career. Yeah. So what I can say, that the rest, the other percentage that you have learned, maybe it's more on your initiative, yeah, or maybe from your experience during the internship, yeah, or maybe you're doing some factory visit. So yes, that is one of the so-called the value added you need to grab once during your undergraduate time, or maybe you after you graduate also you need to keep improving yourself. So that's what I trying to say, even though because yes, there's the list of engineers here, and if you can see their function is more on the relate to what you are studied. Yeah, but in terms of the practicality and also how it is relevant into the work environment, I think is you need to explore more. Yeah, it's beyond that. Yeah. Okay. So okay, these are the manufacturing performance indicator. if you learn about lean manufacturing, you can see this SQDCM. Okay, I just to brief on the what's the each items indicate in the performance. Yeah, for the safety, if there are more so-called to identify, it's not identify. They will the factory will display their numbers of the accidents happen, or maybe number of the accident, near miss accident happen. So actually this safety, when this report, when they display at their information board, that make them to ensure that all the employees in the factory to think the safety first, yeah, or maybe need to prioritize their own safety before they conducting or performing their job. Secondly, the second indicator is quality. So as manufacturer, of course, they need to ensure the products that they are manufactured or they produce is must within the spec, within the customer requirement. It's not they normally they don't expect any defect or any quality issue goods from the product, because if there is the defects or if there is a rejection after you deliver the goods to the customers, there is a lot of cost incurred, yeah, especially if there is the rejection from the customers. Yeah. Third, on the delivery, yes, for the delivery, the manufacturer need to ensure the goods deliver on time or just in time. So in order to achieve that, they need to ensure their production line, they also their machine equipment in the proper condition, and also there is no downtime, also any issue related into the performance of the production line. Okay, next on the cost. Yeah, cost, I think is a direct translate how the factory need to maintain the overhead costs. Yeah, because it's directly impact on the performance as well, because when we doing the like a quotation, yeah, to the customer, we need to consider the operation cost, the overhead cost. So in order to for the company to get the ideal ideal so-called benefit, yeah, they need to ensure that their overhead cost is not exceed as per their initial projection. Yeah. Okay, next, last one is the morale. For the morale, some company mostly on that their so-called doing the culture, or they are following the culture of Toyota way. Mostly they are choosing, to have like a motivation to their employees, in order to gaining any ideas or any feedback that can improve the company. So that is morale. So this performance indicator, if you have a chance visiting automotive company like Proda or Proton, so you can see there's a display board that they display all the performance and also the indicators by daily basis, in order for them to make a continuous improvement for the sustain the performance. Yeah. Okay. So for this today's briefing, I will just to emphasize on how the engineers may contribute to enhance their productivity in terms of the quality, delivery, and cost in the manufacturing company. Yeah, we go for the first indicator, quality. The engineers need to determine the resolution of the problem happen in the production line, and also they are initiating and implementing the improvement. So I think for engineer side, I think you have been aware of the 7 QC tools and also the PDCA method on the problem resolution method. So you need to optimize this method because this method actually is a structured method that where you can get the resolution effectively and also impactful, yeah, to resolve the problem. Next, this even for timber company especially, in order for them, because most of the timber company, they are exporters, yeah. So to export their products, they need some so-called cert, or so-called the chain of custody cert, because this certification produced been organized by the Malaysian Timber Certification Council, the other agencies of the timber industry, which we need to ensure that the products itself, especially the raw material, come from the sustainable forest management. So the needs of this documentation, including the material that been put into the products, we need to ensure all the regulatory documents put in place. Yeah. The next, in terms of the continuous research and also developing the new process control method and also the inspection equipment. So these are more on the, for the initial during the designing the products. The engineers need to conquer the design for quality. So the engineers need to ensure that the spec, also the inspection equipment are in proper, in so-called in proper. I mean, if let's say you need to ensure that the current capability or current capacity also need to take consideration. I give an example. For the timber, you need to check the moisture content, yeah, because if the raw material, if they are too moist, they are not fit for the production. So that kind of the process control need to include in the in developing the the flowchart process control method. Yeah. And also establishing the check sheet. This one also the responsibility of the engineer. The check sheet need to establish for the production site for them to use for their inspection purpose. Because some of the item maybe they need to inspect in the real time. So they need a check sheet that been established by the engineers. So the engineers, but however, the engineer also need to ensure that this check sheet is really impact or maybe give the influence, in order to improve the quality of the product. Okay, next, on the delivery. Yeah, for the engineer, you are responsible to evaluate the manufacturing process and identifying the areas of improvement. So apart of doing the analysis on the OEE downtime. You also need to update the capacity of the production line in the operation. Yeah, so you can make sure whatever any capacity that you've been highlighted, been table to the management, it is maintained or maybe update for the management, because for management they already have a target, or maybe they have their own numbers. What is the capacity of the production or their plant? Yeah, let's say for 1 hour, maybe they need to produce about 100 units. Yeah, so that's 100 units. The engineers need to make sure the production line achieve by monthly or maybe by quarterly. Yeah, they need to ensure on the production the line capacity performance. Okay, for the maintenance, yeah, for engineers, they are not. I know you are not practicing in repairing the machine or troubleshoot the machine, but in terms of the factory facilities and equipment management, yes, the engineers is part of the to take this task, to ensure all the machinery equipments are in the good condition in order to reduce the downtime or maybe to eliminate the downtime during the production. Okay, next, the BOM list. Yeah, for the BOM list, bill of materials. Normally, this bill of material been established during the initial process or new product introduction process, where the engineers need to update and ensure the bill of material for each product is in order, because this may impact or may affect the flow of the production line. So instead, you have the good machine line. You also need to ensure that the raw material or parts are flowing smoothly online, according to the bill of material that you're preparing. Yeah. Last, indicators on the cost. You need to develop and implementing cost-saving measures, including how to reduce the compressor usage, how to reduce the wastage in terms of using the waste in consumable items. Yeah, and also that is, but these activities actually, you are not alone. You need to, of course, you need to get the cooperation from your co-workers and also the management support as well, in order to conduct these activities or tasks. Creating accurate project specification and within a budget and capacity. So these are for the design for manufacturing. You need to ensure that the product that you've been designed must be within the budget or BOM cost, and also the processes must be within your capacity, or with less investment on the machinery. So this is the engineers need to think about, need to establish the new products within the current company's capacity and also capability in terms of the raw material resources and also the machinery. Okay, next, as I mentioned in the cost saving measures, you need to also have to have the active communication and engaging with the management, the co-workers for the continuous improvement. Yeah, even though the co-workers, they are not have any certification, but they have the lot of experience. So you need to have their experience, in order to conduct those cost saving measures, like improvement, the Kaizen, and Gemba. The other roles for the engineers, of course, I think most of the engineers graduates nowadays, you are familiar with the CAD drawing, yeah. So you need to optimize the drawing software, especially the drawing software that can transfer the data to the CNC machine. Next, developing the detailed layouts for equipment and processes, and also the workflow. So this in terms of documentation, yeah. Some because for the layout you need to update, because some when the companies want to invest machinery, or also need to buy a new machine for the new products, maybe they will ask how much space they have right now, yeah. So that's why we need this detailed layouts to ensure that all the machinery located in line, and also we need also this layout also we can identify which area that we can can accommodate for the future expansion, or maybe the future diversify the business. Yeah. For the manufacturing process, equipment, products, and safety regulation, also to ensure that also the one of the engineers' responsibility. Yeah. Because some of the equipment like the hydraulic table, hoist, chains, or material handling equipment, some of them they need the certification from the Department of Safety and Health. So you need to ensure all the equipment and also all the machinery that operate in the factory, it's complying the safety regulation, and also the within the consent of the safety officer in your plant. On the last, maintaining the project report, this I think a bit same with the quality just now, in terms of the maintaining the project reports and also the documentation, hard copy and digital. Nowadays, I think most of the companies they already invest on the enterprise resource planning, the manufacturing executive system, and also the computerized maintenance management system. So I think it's role of the engineer as well to optimize this software in order to transform from the manual data into the digital data or operation. Yeah. All right. So next slide, on the Industry Revolution 4.0. I think most of you are aware of this revolution. Yeah. I'm not going to explain to you what is the 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. But just to let you know, for the timber industry, we have started to adopt the R4.0. We are currently work with the engineer to develop the system. For instance, we work with the small project whereby we choose the conventional, the standalone machine, and we tap some signal from the machine, and then we connect with the IoT device, and we translate into the digital signal, and also can display to the screen, and also we can transfer the data to the PC or laptop. Okay, these are the engineer placement and internship program in IP. We successfully launched this program back to March 2021. if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I can see there Prof Faris also attended this ceremony. Yeah. So let me show you our montage for this program.
Kementerian Perusahaan Peladangan dan Komoditi melalui Majlis Kayu Kaya Malaysia MTC buat julung kalinya bekerjasama dengan Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi KPT akan melancarkan program penempatan jurutera dan latihan prasiswazah EPIP dalam industri kayu kaya 2021.
Menurut Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif MTC Muhtar Suhaili, program ini menjadi platform kepada jurutera, graduan teknologi perkayuan dan mahasiswa untuk diserap bekerja di dalam syarikat berasaskan kayu.
Matlamatnya ialah bagaimana supaya MTC dapat bekerjasama dengan universiti-universiti. Dalam kes ini kita telah berhubung dengan 8 universiti dan 2 politeknik dan juga bersama dengan 6 persatuan kayu kayan di bawah MTC untuk kita melihat membawa engineer ataupun jurutera ke dalam industri ini untuk membawa industri kepada industri revolusi ataupun industri revolution 4.0 IR 4.0.
Okay, that's the montage of the our EPIP program launched by our former minister, Dr. Muhammad Khairuddin Ahmad Razali, and also the Minister of the Higher Education, Datuk Sri Dr. Narendra Ahmad. So I think in the video you can see our CEO, Tuan Muhtar Suhaili. He also you are IIUM alumni, also from the Kuliah of Engineering. He studied in mechatronic engineering. So he's not able to join us today, but yeah, later maybe in the future maybe he'll join you, maybe a visit for any event. Yeah. So these are the objectives of the EPIP program. First, we are going to encourage the industry to employ the engineers. Yeah. Secondly, we are going to attract the local graduates to work in the timber industry. Yeah. And for third objective, I would like to embrace the technology adoption among the timber industry, especially in the IR 4.0. So what the strategies in this program is we're going to strengthening the human capital among the timber industries in order to start to apply or adopt in the digitalization compared to last time they are doing the manual extracting the data from the production in order to have and establish the proper and comprehensive report to the company in order to justify for the next business transformation. In order the business transformation is wide scope. It's either you are going to diversify the business, or maybe you change how they are change the things you are doing, like going for automation, optimizing the machinery, and also optimizing the manpower. Okay, for this program overview, in this EPI program we have two programs. We have the program for the graduate engineer called the industry engineer placement program, consists of the 12 months industry placement. Secondly, for the undergraduate, this one 3 to 6 month internship placement. Yeah. For the graduate engineer program, it consists of the classroom training, which there is the theory and also hands-on. We also have the mentoring and coaching by the professional mentor. Also the on-job training. So after you undergo the training, you will be placed to the timber industry, timber-based company, in order to continue or apply whatever that you have learned during the training. Yeah. Okay, these are the expected outcome of the program. Of course, we are going to look into the digitization of the project that have been performed by the industry after they are employed as engineer. Also, we can see the numbers of continuous improvement for the project implementation take place. Yeah? And also the ability to embrace a new technology, because I think one of the engineers roles, they need to update their technology update. I think by your desk research, you can search whatever the new technology that relate to your industry, especially for the timber industry. And in the future, also we like to see more engineers to come into the timber industry. These are the we have the smart partnership with the Selangor Human Resource Development Center in order to provide the training for the trainee in this EPIP program. So the training of this program consists of the 7 QC tools: the machine data logging and visualization, PLC, lean manufacturing, and also the technical drawing. Yeah? And next, for the internship program. So the purpose of this internship program, of course, to give the career path for the undergraduates in the timber industry. And for us and for the company, this program become our avenue to assess and identify the potential undergraduates for the EPIP program. So in the program module, actually is same with other program, internship program, but we include on the familiarization program. We take about first or second days of the internship program, and also at the end of the internship program, we will have the sharing session in order for us to obtain any ideas, any feedback, in order for us to move forward in this program. Yeah? These are the undergraduates studies that eligible for this program. A part of the engineering program, we also open for the wood science, wood technology, industry, and other related courses. And also we also open for the business management that focusing on the technology, entrepreneurial, and also the design. So actually the main purpose, we are going to give the awareness to the students that yes, this timber industry also ready for you, for you to develop your career. Yeah. So these are the scope of interns. Yeah. a part of conducting a project or research task according to what you have studied. You also sometimes you need to perform the executive duties, or nowadays most of the companies, they have their own company social media, and I think it's your forte, to manage the company social media, to promote the company, and also give the awareness to your potential customer about the products. But anyway, this depends on the company nature of the business. Okay, the benefits joining our internship program is a part of the attractive allowance. There's the opportunity to explore the undiscovered timber industry. And also, as I mentioned, you are also potential for the full-time employment with the timber-based company. Yeah. So these are the how you can register to our program. For the internship program, you can go to our website www.mtc.com.my, or maybe you can straight away to this link or the QR code to apply the internship program. And for those graduates engineer, already graduate, you can apply for the engineer placement program. Anyway, we just having a recruitment for the second intake, but for next year we already start recruited. So you can apply accordingly through the link and also the QR code. So I think that's conclude my presentation for today. I shall pass the session to the moderator. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nasrul Izan, for the great sharing session with all of us today. It is very exciting to know the detailed insight of industrial process. We are sure behind all successful industries, there are a lot of smart engineers and powerful machinery to smoothen the flow. Now we will have a quick Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself to ask questions or just write in the chat box. All right, I have a first question coming in. The first question is, what is the biggest challenge for an engineer graduate and how to overcome it effectively? Mr. Nasrul, can you answer the question?
All right, it's a good question. Nowadays, apart having this pandemic era, so now looking at the current condition now, most of the companies now, they are starting to open up their operation, and of course some of them before this, maybe they have a long closing their operation. They are not operate for the long period due to shortage, raw material shortage, resources, manpower shortage due to the pandemic. But what I can say is I think the challenges for today's graduates is how to selling yourself to the future employee, because because nowadays, if you can see the challenges for the companies or the industry as well, due to the global impact due to the pandemic, also is not hard to digest by the most of the companies. So for the engineers, they need to explore more opportunities in developing their self, in terms of willingness to learn the new things, and also how to make you relevant to the industry. So that's the challenges lah. And also some more, I think it's a recent issue, on the wages for the engineers. I'm not sure that is become one challenges, but for me, I just want to share on my experience in terms of the wages or salary for the graduates. I would advise that for this first or second year after you graduate, please don't ask for the higher wage, higher income for the new employment, because I think the journey for learning, the learning curve is still there. Because from my experience, I sacrificed my 1 or 2 years in my career, just to learn. Because in the beginning, I'm not asked for engineer position. I just asked for the technician. But when the employee saw my qualification, and then they saw, oh, you have the degree, but why you ask for the technician position? Then as I mentioned the same, that I would like to learn, because I know after I graduate, I think I have less experience in the to contribute to the company. So that's why I need to learn more by doing the hands-on. During my first 2 years, I actively doing the troubleshoot, and also doing the repairing job in the company. So but that is the exciting experience lah, because that is the great avenue, because that's the time you are still young, so you are very eager to know everything. Okay, next.
Thank you for the answer for our first question. Next, is it worth it to pursue engineering as a career field according to the needs and career opportunities of today?
Okay. I think in terms of worth it or not, I think it's depend on what you're determined in terms of the worthiness. For me, for engineering, it's a learning curve. Whatever course that you are taking now, say from mechatronic, mechanical, electronic, that's a learning curve. Towards the end, after you graduate, then you be asking for the job. So that's a learning curve. But the thing is how you're going to add your value in your inner knowledge, and how you are willingness to know the new things. So in terms of worthiness, I think I would say that it's still a learning curve. And I would say that I just want to share most currently, for, if you can see, now there's the trend. Most of the big company, giant company, they start hiring CEO from the engineering background. You can see like Tesla, Elon Musk, the Amazon, Jeff Bezos, the Microsoft. I'm not sure, not remember the name, and also the Google. Their CEOs are from the engineering background. So it's not say that if you are been in engineering, towards the end you are become the super engineer. That's not the ultimate target, because there's the learning curve. So maybe for the first and second year, maybe you can adopt some of the what you have learned from your study, and maybe for after the second or third year, maybe you start to supervise your subordinate. And then maybe after 5 years, maybe you start managing some division or some one of the unit. So there is the career growth is there. So it's not about you joining engineer, then you are towards the end you are still in engineering. So this the one of the journey, learning journey. And for engineer, I think yes, I would agree that this tough course, to to pass, even for myself, I'm not the 4 pointer, but as I mentioned, I willing to learn. I willing to learn. As I mentioned just now, I willing to ask for the technician position in order to to equip myself before I get into the engineer position. Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Thank
Any
you.
other question?
Yes, we have another question. Is having a bad GPA will really lead to low graduate employability?
I think I've answered that. Yeah. Because I'm also not so I'm not the for flat student. Yeah. But I mentioned just now, still in terms of the learning curve, you need to have the spirit to learn the new things. Yeah. And nowadays, even though because I'm from a mechanical background, yeah. Nowadays, people talking about the era 4.0. So how this for mechanical engineer, of course, you don't have any background in terms of any study on the IoT, uh, also the electrical things. So you need to take initiative, yeah, to learn the new things. Like I think nowadays you can just Google and also watching a YouTube how to learn the programming like Python, Arduino, Node-RED. I think that's all the open source platform that you can learn that beneficial actually in order to before you contribute jump into the IoT or IR 4.0 application. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Any
you,
question?
Mr. Nasrul. Maybe this is the last question from the participant. Where is the internship located?
Okay. The internship. Okay. If you have gone through the link for the e-form, you can state it there. Where's your preferred area to be for the internship? So from there, we try to mix and match lah with the companies that registered for this program. Yeah. Let's say you are from Johor, because most of the timber-based companies are located in Johor, especially in the Muar and Batu Pahat. And if you are asked for the Muar or Batu Pahat, then we try to match with the company lah in Batu Pahat or Muar. So because I know in most of the students, they are preferred to be placed near their home. Yeah. So that's why we do this, some support lah for the student to get their placement near to their preference area.
Thank you for answering all the questions, Mr. Nasrul. A big appreciation to Mr. Nasrul for making time to join us this lovely morning to share his experiences and stories. It does indeed enlighten us on many things, especially on engineer placement and internship. Before we end our session, let us take some pictures to remember this memorable event. It would be great if everyone could turn on their camera and smile brightly. Media team, please, whenever you're ready.
Okay, everyone, if you have no internet problem, you can open your camera so we can take picture now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time, 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you again to Mr. Nasrul Izan. We will now have a 10 minutes short break. Reminder for students, the following agenda is a grand career talk. We have already opened a breakout room for each department, so you can enter and wait there first. Attention to civil engineering students. Unfortunately, there will be no speakers for the civil department. We suggest that the civil students to join the ECE department's breakout room or any other room. Sorry for any inconvenience. Thank you. We have also prepared a guide video to enter the breakout room. Please watch the video and enjoy. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adi Akhtar and I am from the Breakout team. So right now for this session, I will be assisting all of you to enter the breakout room. So the first thing is, you guys need to find the breakout room icon at the bottom of the Zoom. It is between the record and reaction button. And if in case you guys can't find the breakout room, it will be at the more button beside the apps button. So upon clicking the breakout room, you guys will be seeing a lot of rooms that are available, and you guys can choose either one that you guys interested in to hear from your coordinator. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adi Akhtar and I am from the Breakout team. So right now for this session, I will be assisting all of you to enter the breakout room. So the first thing is, you guys need to find the breakout room icon at the bottom of the Zoom. It is between the record and reaction button. And if in case you guys can't find the breakout room, it will be at the more button beside the apps button. So upon clicking the breakout room, you guys will be seeing a lot of rooms that are available, and you guys can choose either one that you guys interested in to hear from your coordinator. Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adi Akhtar and I am from